Warning, this is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing no harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all the time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind, cause fame and fortune be the only notion for them haters. Do many years in the game, so you know I paid my dues. No need for the fame, I'm taking names, so I know. And when Moshe blows up, I'm emailing all them.
Haters make me famous.
What the haters know about that Moshe music? Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I do this 25/8 pain and sweat on these tracks, haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I have no dinner table, my studio is the kitchen. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I got a degree on my wall, so it says I know what I'm doing. Haters.
Haters.
I dust off them haters, and then I take a pause. It's a shame that this game got us all so involved. They flapping their jaws and they grinding their teeth. Everybody fighting for the microphone on my beats. See my then my word is all I have. Call me Tony Montana on this label that I have. Having anger towards everyone reaching success. Haters coming and I'll be their number one prospect. I work real hard, it gains some respect. 24 hours on the beats and the internet. We fighting like some dogs, showing flaws with no regrets. While we fighting for the same bone on this conquest. Man march occupies my mind frame. Yes, one man army with the heart of a terrorist. In my scope, I can see them haters running. No need to pull the trigger, cause I'm aiming for the sky, cousin.
Haters make me famous.
No need to lie my tracks, man, cause you know I'm the truth. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
Yeah, I'm a white boy from the south with do-rag. So what? Haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I'm a self-taught fool with knowledge. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I don't give what all y'all think. For real. Haters.
Haters.
I don't take them back seats, I take the front row. If you're on my team, then you're sitting next to me. So loyal to the game, like my wifey and she show. No, I'm headed for the top, so no need for these side shows. My mic blows truth while them fools make it up. My beats be my bullets, fully automatic, spitting blood. In their eyes, I can tell that they hate me while I'm blowing up on the internet. Faithfully, I got the upper hand, man. My fam got faith in me. I'm solid like a rock with my hip hop family. From the 425 through the streets of Miami. With them deucems up, man, I'm ready for the Grammys. My life be so sweet, yes, it's sweet like some candy. So I smile at them haters that can't stand me. I'm a warrior when it comes to this shit. Haters name me famous at
Moshe music. Haters make me famous.
I've been out on these streets since I was 15 and still pushing. Haters,
Haters make me famous.
I'm a one-man army. Just hut. Haters,
Haters. Haters make me famous.
go ahead and Facebook your mama and cry. Haters,
Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live.
you made me famous.
Tuesday. The NBA is back. College bowl games getting underway. Welcome, everybody. Cap Nation Live, another edition for Tuesday, the 22nd of December. Christmas just a couple days away. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Glad to see everybody tuning in. A lot of you already commenting, blowing up the live chat. I absolutely love it. Love seeing all those names in green as well. All the YouTube exclusive members, welcome. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure everybody hits that thumbs up button. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to drop the content 7 days a week. We definitely appreciate it when you do. I'd say good morning to everybody, but it might take me a little while, but just the participants in the live chat. As of recently, I can see 17 Clipper, Chris, Dr. Franco, Eliezer, Emmanuel, Joe Free, Johnny K, Keith Davis, Neverez, Peter Reyes, Rich, Rory, Ruben, Shane Johnson, Shane Russell, Urban Sports, K Diggs. What is going on, everybody? And everybody else tuning in. Everybody else tuning in, welcome and good morning to you as well. Rory, Ruben Munoz, anybody that I missed, I do apologize. William Morales, the other William Montevian, good morning. Aaron Gore, a lot of our faithfuls here. Dana, good morning. Stephen Chung, good morning. Says, I kind of like Iowa. Anybody on Iowa? Dr. Franco in the house. Todd in the house. Thomas G, what is going on? Louis, good morning. Ryan, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Gamal, good morning. Said yesterday sucked. I can't believe one player can screw up a bettor's day. I'm not putting that much stock into one team again. I think something is internally is wrong with Big Ben. Definitely agree with you on the Big Ben statement. Michael, good morning. Scott, good morning. The Kaler kind of Scott, good morning. You gotta love the day after a big favorite loses. You gotta love the morning after a big favorite loses. Gains and Games, good morning. Ernie says, good morning, Kyle. Blessings, brother. I went with the Bengals, the opposite of what the odds were. I had mentioned Steelers had done poorly against Washington, and they did last night. Again, they absolutely did. Congrats. If you're one of the Bengals backers or the Jets backers, let us show off your tickets. Tweet me on Twitter or send them as a DM or text them to me if you have my cell phone number. Let's see these Bengals and these Jets tickets. Let's show them off if you got them. If you got them, let's show them off. Victor, good morning. Muff, good morning. But congrats to everybody that did bet the Bengals or the Jets this last week. If you bet a parlay, I'd love to see it as well. King Mon, good morning. Rise and grind. Rise and grind right there. Yeah, absolutely. Joe Free says, that's not me. Rich says he wants to see somebody who parlayed him. I just want to see somebody that actually bet either one of them. For a normal size wager for them. It'd be at if they're a $5 bettor, let's see a $5 ticket. If they're a $100 bettor, let's see that $100 money line bet. If they're a $1,000 bettor, let's see it. Joe Free says, greatly appreciate the premium plays today. Absolutely, we're going to discuss that as well. Excuse me. It's going to be a fun day today. Donation day, donation day, donation day is today. Ruben, moneyline parlay, depending on when you bet it and where you bet it, was like plus 7,000. I've seen it as high as plus 13,000. So that's why I'm saying if somebody actually bet it, let's see it. You can follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle, and you can send it directly to me on Twitter at CapNationKyle as well. Let me show them off. I keep hearing about all these bettors, but I don't see any tickets. Not to say people would come into a live show and lie that they took the Bengals, but let's see them, folks. I want to praise you and show them off. would like to praise you and show them off. Thomas Geese has already donated. Yes, for everybody that doesn't know, today is our donation day. Donation day, donation day. What that is, first of all, we are giving everybody that donates. Allie's View, good morning. I seen yours earlier, just now scrolling through. For everybody that makes a generous donation of $15 or more, minimum $15, you will get today's premium plays absolutely free from us to you for making a generous donation to Outdoor for Vets, which is an organization I enjoy working with. We've done a lot of work with the Navy SEAL Foundation, and rumor is we'll be doing something for them here again in the future. But Outdoor for Vets is an amazing organization that helps put veterans in the outdoors, specifically wounded veterans in the outdoors, outdoor activities, anywhere from camping trips, four-wheeling, boating, fishing, hunting, any type of outdoor activity that you could think of, they participate in. And they put our wounded that come home, suffer from PTSD, all of that, into the outdoors and show them a good day, good weekend. And many of them need it. Now, the first premium play is not until 3:30 Eastern time, but there's 5 of them, just like there was last time we did this. And the way that you donate, that way you get instant access, because the way we used to do it was so difficult that it was nearly impossible for us to keep up. So the way that you do it is you go to our website, cappersdirect.com, and then in the upper right-hand corner, there is a green tab that says Donate. Click on that Donate button, and you will have an opportunity to do it right there. You could donate 15 to whatever you want. There's no max to what you can donate. The largest donation will receive a nice little bonus, a month of premium plays on the house added to their account, as well as a Cappers Direct swag package. So you could donate them. The minimum is 15, the max is whatever you want. And from us to you, you get instant access. As long as you do it on the website, you get instant access to today's plays. Last time we did this was Veterans Day. We went 5-0 for everybody. So talk about the good karma. Muff, thank you. Jeremy Jackson, I believe it was you that just said this. I said, already on the premiums and you donated anyways, thank you. It's always going to a great cause. And as an added bonus, I am still matching dollar for dollar. Every single donation made, I am matching dollar for dollar. Now, granted, if somebody comes in and drops a 7-figure one, that might change. But dollar for dollar, I don't care if we raise $2,000 or $50,000, I will match dollar for dollar. And the company, again, and myself included, any package that's purchased today, the proceeds from that package will also be donated, which is awesome. So you guys buy a year package today, that's going straight donated over. If you buy my game of the year, which is tomorrow, donate it over. If you buy the bowl package today, donate it over, the proceeds. Obviously, if you buy the bowl package, you'll still get the swag package. but the net proceeds from it will go straight to the Outdoor for Vets, which I can't believe I got them to do it the first time on Veterans Day, let alone a second time. So hats off to my bosses for being willing to participate in that as well. Sometimes it's hard enough just to get them to do a donation day, a free day, let alone donate the proceeds for their business to charity. So awesome. Alex, it should be posted later on this morning. I have a phone call scheduled for as soon as we get off the live show. I need to make a phone call, and once that is confirmed, then it'll be going on the website. So 11 o'clock, 10:30 your time, 10:30, 11 o'clock is when it should be up, my game of the year for tomorrow. I was hoping to have it up last night, and the person that I was supposed to speak with wasn't available till this morning. So just confirming a couple key players, especially with bowl games. You know, you always have to pay attention and make sure certain players are playing, not declaring for the draft, and just add in all the added benefits, all the added drama that comes with COVID and players testing positive, false positives, scares, all of that stuff. So that phone call was supposed to take place yesterday, and it was not able to. But it's going to happen today, or this morning, excuse me. Dr. Franco did come in here and say Cincinnati money line yesterday. Dr. Franco, the wizard. The Steelers shit in the bed. Rig up the basketball like they did with the football. I don't think the football game was rigged yesterday. I don't think it was rigged at all. I think something's definitely has to be wrong with old Big Ben. Rich says Kyle just goes in there with those puppy dog eyes and nobody can do it. Let me tell you, my 5-year-old is now using the puppy dog eyes. And please, Daddy, please. And it's kind of hard to say no, but no, I just do it and beg for forgiveness afterwards, right? It's easier for me to just do it and then if they don't like it, beg for forgiveness afterwards. B. Rose, Juju failed you. Man, Ebron was out. I had plenty of opportunities. Juju. Why couldn't that touchdown pass go to Juju? Big Ben letting Juju down. Actually, Juju needs to stop dancing on the other team's logos. I love it. Winning tickets coming in. Winning tickets coming in. Bengals plus 14.5. I like it. I like it. I've seen a couple. I've seen one at 15.5 and one at 14.5. I want to see money line bets, though. Money line bets. Easy to take the point spread. Easy to take the point spread. M-Stacks, not just any given Sunday, any given day of the week in the NFL, a dog can win. Steven, yeah, Juju should not be dancing on the logos. I agree. Especially, when you're playing a 2-10 team who just doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Divisional rival, doesn't give a shit. Rich says, easy to ask for forgiveness and ask permission. Definitely been married for a while. You know, I learned that in the Navy. Go ahead and do it now and ask for forgiveness later. King Mon, I see your ticket as well. Bengals plus 15.5 as a parlay. 3-team parlay. Tennessee laying 22 college hoops. The under in the Tulsa-Memphis game, as well as the Bengals plus 15.5. 110 to win $5.99 and 30 cents. Congrats on your 3-team parlay there. Congrats. I want to see these money line parlays or these money line bets. I mean, I did bet the Jets in game, though. I did bet them in game at plus 130, but that's all that I did. And it was just a fun little wager just to say I finally won on the Jets. Louis says, thank you, Kyle and Cap Nation, for another donation day. Premium plays are all fired up, ready to go. Backing up the Cap Nation Brinks truck. I like it. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. They keep flying in. They keep flying in. They're definitely going to be going to a good cause. And in return, we love bringing you guys premium plays. You know, I definitely, a little bit about the game yesterday. I definitely feel something is wrong with Big Ben. I definitely feel something is wrong with Big Ben. Some of the throws he was making make 0 sense. 0 sense at all. Like 0 cents. Throwing into coverage, not seeing reads. It's almost like he's forcing the ball out, overshooting receivers. Shane Russell, we should have listened to the cab driver. Jets, baby. You know, I need to get that video downloaded on here. That way we can play it one day. Yeah, Big Ben made it on purpose so he could have a lower seeding in the playoffs, right? Tell me how that works out for him. The last 3 games, Big Ben has been shanking the game. I tend to believe otherwise on that one. I can't. I would love to agree with you, M. Stacks, but I can't agree with you on that one. Edward said, I can't even repeat that word, that he got a bonus check last night to play that bad. In other words, all he had to do, if you want a bonus check, just go have somebody money line the other side, right? Ben had too many cheeseburgers before the game. Public money was like 70% on the Steelers Vegas money grab. Vegas definitely made money. They definitely made money, but it's not to say that anytime that there's a lopsided game that the public doesn't win. AKA, look at the Browns. Look at the Chiefs laying 2.5. Look at the Cardinals game. Look at the Colts. Ben is a cheeseburger. Screw the Steelers. Steelers will figure it out. They definitely have some problems rolling on in their organization. Play calling, whatever the case may be. Obviously, the run game is lacking. They'll get it figured out. And as Shane just said, they got 11 wins somehow, even if it's against shitty stacked teams. Rich says they got to convert my color for Canadian dollars, so hopefully they're still worth something down there. We appreciate everybody that does donate. It's always for a great cause. KC Neverez, Ruben, Scott, Irene Ruiz, Mr. Gore, James, Rich, Frank Green, Patrick Dunlop, Victor, everybody that has donated, and everybody. I will tell you this much. The donations are in the hundreds so far. We are in 3 digits. You guys are racking up my bill, let me tell you. You guys are racking up my bill. I like it. It's probably about the only bill I like paying. All right? This is probably the only bill I like paying. So let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. End of the year donation. It's always for a good cause and a lot of fun. Jay, thank you as well. Scott P, thank you. I seen that. Utah Urban Sports, Nevada Slam It. I agree. We did put out a daily free play. Daily free play video is out with a free play in the Tulane and Nevada game. Eliezer, yeah, the odds side has been down for a while. They're upgrading that and changing it a little bit. Johnny K says my money clip has been clipped. Jared Nichols says, everybody in this chat, hit the thumbs up. We definitely appreciate it when you do. Edward says, watch the video. Don't think Moneyline was a play. Moneyline was definitely not a play. I did not give out a Moneyline bet last night. Chris Valentine, thanks for all you do, Kyle. Donation days are the best. Everyone wins. Ryan, can we talk BYU? We're definitely going to talk the UCF BYU game. Alex says, I really like all 5 premium plays today. Time to parlay them all. I definitely agree. Joe Free says, Kyle and Cap Nation, we have a great slate tonight. We're all making money today. I see it with these picks. Thanks again, Kyle. You're very welcome. Gains and games says Alabama's going to wreck Notre Dame. That is a true statement right there. Alabama is going to wreck Notre Dame, regardless of who their offensive coordinator will or will not be. The shark in line for a possible Auburn head coaching position. Although I did hear that Lane Kiffin and his $5.1 million buyout at Ole Miss was also in play for Auburn to snag him up. But the way that Lane Kiffin left Tennessee and how that's kind of haunted him, I can't imagine that he'll jump ship after a year from Ole Miss to Auburn, although it is definitely a step up when it comes to coaching. My personal plays are not out yet. They'll be out after the live show. Personal plays will be out after the live show. Premium plays are out, though. Premium plays are out, up, running, ready to rock, ready to roll. But premium plays are up. Rich, more than likely, no. Marion Wynn, can anybody discuss about college games today? We're going to discuss college games. We're going to start with the 2 bowl games, and then we'll jump into college hoops. David, is this starting soon? We've already started. We've already started without you. There's a barbershop poll for a reason, because we shoot the shit. Joe Free says, premium plays are all money today, every play. Thank you, we appreciate that. Oliver says, sure wasn't right, Big Ben. Probably bet the Bengals money line. I do agree. Big Ben definitely did not look like Big Ben. Alrighty. We have soccer today. I don't have any plays on soccer today. I did not play any. Marion, we'll definitely be talking about the bowl games for sure. For sure. Thoughts on Ohio State and Clemson? Ask me as we get closer and we get to see COVID reports and all of that good stuff, but more than likely, Clemson again. I was at that game last year at the Fiesta Bowl, Ohio State and Clemson. That was a great game. It's at second row, the Clemson side behind the bench at the 40. Colby, am I going to have a game of the week this week? Yes, it's later in the week. I have my college football game of the year tomorrow, and then my game of the week is later in the week. So I have a really big week planned for everybody. Really big week. Let's just put it this way. We'll start with today because of the free premium play day, but Tuesday through Sunday is going to be a monster time. Agreeing on a group pick will probably be harder than the 8 of us here agreeing on plays as a whole at the company for premium plays. Let me tell you. So just a quick gander at soccer. I didn't bet anything as of yet. But just rolling down the list. Sevilla playing Valencia in 38 minutes. I do lean towards Sevilla late, or they're actually plus 102 on the money line. Barcelona laying 270. You got to lay the juice though. Minus 1.5 is minus 107. I do like him in a potential. Adding that to a parlay is probably a valid option. And then we'll get right into the bowl games after this. English League Cup. Manchester City and Arsenal going at it. That should be a good game. I do like Manchester City there. Some German soccer. RB Leipzig and Hoffenheim both going at it. Separate games, minus 250, minus 200. Could possibly be a nice little 3-team parlay if you add in Barcelona. David D., when do you post a line for the game of the year? It was supposed to be posted last night, but the person I'm supposed to make sure my last confirmation about players with COVID and all of that was supposed to take place yesterday afternoon. They postponed it until last night, and then it was postponed until this morning. So I'll be able to confirm all of that. I'd rather scratch it than just put everybody on a hope and a prayer, if you know what I mean. But it's not going to be a hope and a prayer or be scratched. But I do have my phone call. It's just my last minute confirmation call with somebody at the field level. And I'll be doing that as soon as we get off the live show. I was hoping to do it before the live show, but I didn't have a chance. But as soon as the live show's done, I'd imagine by 1 p.m. Eastern time, my game of the year will be posted for tomorrow. Alrighty, so we're going to jump right into RB Leipzig and Hoffenheim, Ryan, for a little German soccer action. Borussia Dortmund laying the minus 700. Whoo! How about that 16-year-old kid for Dortmund that scored in their last game? 16 years old and getting the job done. Juventus playing minus 244. I could see a big money line parlay. David, thank you for being on board with it as well. And yeah, I'll email out. I'll email out letting everybody know that it's posted. I will post on Twitter, the YouTube community page, so word will get out as soon as it's posted. Gains and gains, what's your wins-loss record for the year, depending on premium or personal plays? If you want to email or remind me, I have that on my computer, on my desk, not on the filming desk. This little studio area is just for filming, but I have all of that on spreadsheets on my desk, as well as Jay does as well. If you email in, Jay can help you as well. But it's no secret. It's positive, that's for sure. This year was a good year. Overall, this year was a great year. And despite it being COVID and all of that, that part sucked. Sporting Braga at 115, minus $1.82 against Rio Ave. Little Portugal soccer. You guys know me, I love my Portugal soccer. You guys know me, I love that Portugal soccer. All right, so time to go bowling. Time to go bowling. Bowling. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl. How about North Texas and App State yesterday? Hell of a game. Gains and games. I found your channel a month ago, so I have no idea what your record is. Okay. But I'm going to ask you a really honest question. Does what I did in January or February really matter to you, what I do now? I'm going to just answer that for you and say, no, it doesn't. Because in reality, long term, we're winners, but what really matters is what somebody's doing for you now, in reality, and what they can do for you all year long. But if you want to see a proven winner, you're in the right place, that's for sure. R says UCF, BYU under 75. BYU will run the ball. Burn clock. General curiosity. Fair question. But remember, you could always watch every single one of our videos if you want to gauge what we're doing, because we do a full recap in every single video. But we do a recap during every daily video of what we do for transparency. Alrighty, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, that way you do not miss a beat. And it's time. It's time to jump right into it. Joe Jett, very fair question right there. Very fair question. Ryan says, all right, guess we just made the soccer parlay bigger, right? Jesse T, thank you for participating in the donation day as well. I just seen yours come through. Oh, gains and gains. It's a fair question. Trust me. I know you're just doing your research, but I'm gonna be honest with you, and this not just for me, but for anybody. Unless you could hear it from somebody else that's been with us, anybody can go out there and say, "Oh, I'm 100 wins and 16 losses." Anybody can say that shit on any given channel, on any website. But the best bet is coming from the people that have actually been paying for it or been betting it. Because anybody can say anything, but if there's no real customers to hold them to transparency, then, well, you kind of, answer your own question. Anybody can make up fake shit, and they will. And it's because they don't have the customers, or they mute the customers to tell them otherwise. I mean, you could see all the names in green. All the names in green are YouTube exclusive members. I'm going to be honest. Most of them are on board with either my personal plays or premium plays, or have been at one time or another. Real Champ, thank you. Thanks for participating as well. So just be careful when you read something or you hear something. Make sure it's factual. But again, we do a recap in every video. Every daily video I do a recap. And if for some reason games aren't done there, I'll say, hey, games aren't done. We still got games going on. But we're going to do a full recap during the live show, etc., etc., etc. So we do that for transparency, and trust me, I have way too many clients. If I came in here and said I went 4-1 yesterday, but I really went 2-1, my clients will catch me, and they'll say something. So that shit don't happen here. Shane, I agree. The live chat is what makes this show the best, in my opinion. If you take a quick gander around YouTube, there's a lot of shows. A lot of them are now trying to go live at the same time that we do, or around the same time, and they may draw more than us. They may have more viewers than us. They may have more subscribers than us. And that's perfectly fine. But one thing that they don't have is they don't have a live chat like ours. If you go and you look at some of these live chats, they are horrible. You can't post what you like in certain live shows. You can't post your opinion in live shows. As long as you're not disrespectful, and even disrespectful comes with a lot of leeway. You got to be real derogatory to get booted or censored here. That's for sure. And as somebody just said, where did it go? Jesse T says no bull. Jesse T says you get the raw truth on this show. And that's 100% truth. I don't hold back. I don't care who I piss off in the industry. I don't care if I piss off somebody else. And the one thing that you get here is a real bettor's perspective. Somebody that I take my hard-earned money and I bet the games for thousands of dollars a game. That's what you get here. You get a real bettor's perspective. Now, I may not give out the most free plays. I may not give out the most plays. I may not win the most. But you actually get a real bettor's perspective from somebody that's actually betting the games. Pat's show is awesome. I don't lie. I watch his show as well. The budget that he has for his satellite show is pretty damn good. Never says raw truth in a company that stands behind what they stand for. That's a fact. Justice says he doesn't even care if he gives away the farm to us. What are they going to do? Fire me? I promise you they won't. I promise you they won't. That's a fact. Eternal says, I love the show because all the picks are made with conviction. Win or lose, you need confidence backing your stuff. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hey, Corey, remember, I'm just one of 8 guys that picked the premium play. So when you say that you're driving home like fuck Kyle, make sure that you add in the other 8 guys too, okay? The other 7 guys. The only ones that I have full handle over are my personal plays. Other than that, premium plays, that's all of us put out. And I will tell you this, so it is flattering. I do see, and I hear about it from other people, I do hear about other live shows transitioning, doing a little more barbershop talk, a little this talk, a little that talk, a little real talk, as Real Champ would say. Probably because they hear about us doing it, and it's kind of flattering. It's kind of flattering. But one thing that they'll never have, they'll never take you guys fishing live. They'll never take you guys four-wheeling live in Moab on Hell's Revenge. If you want to blame anybody urban sports, don't blame me. Blame it all on Jay, all right? No, don't blame Jay. Poor guy can't handle being blamed. That's why he doesn't make the daily free play videos anymore. Eliezer, thanks for joining the Cap Nation YouTube exclusive member. Glad to have you on board. If you guys are not and you want to be cool like Eli and everybody else in the name green, come to the dark side. Come join our YouTube exclusive community where you get YouTube exclusive only content to members only, including members only videos, breakdowns, games, members only live shows, and all of that fun stuff for as low as $9.99 a month and $14.99 a month. Yes, my name Corey. Yes, FJ. That's what it is. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, Jay. All right, so Matt, no, you haven't missed nothing. We've just been shooting the shit, but we're going to dive right into it. We're going to take a look at the Tulane and Nevada game first, that famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Why do they got to name bowls after food? All right, now I'm hungry. Yes. Eliezer, welcome to the YouTube exclusive content side. There will be more content coming. Starting, I was hoping to have something out, YouTube exclusive out for today, and it's still possible. But with the donation day, and I know most of you guys are on the donation day, I didn't want to load you guys up with too much stuff. Mr. Watson, good morning up there in Canada. Merry Christmas to you as well. I hope you're doing well. Taking a look at Tulane in the Green Wave. 6-5 straight up, 7-4 against spread, 6-5 to the over. Taking on the Wolfpack, 6-2 for Nevada straight up, 5-3 against spread, 3-5 to the over. Nevada 9-1 against spread after a conference straight up loss. They are coming off their loss to San Jose State. Rich says the Air Fryer Bowl sponsored by Kyle and Cap Nation. We need to have our own Air Fryer Bowl, that's for sure. Tulane 42-53 and won their last 96 games when facing off against a good team with a 60% or better winning percentage. And Nevada 8-2 to the under in their last 10 bowl games. Hot diggity dog. Does that happen today? A lot of people keep saying under this, under that, under this. Well, we're going to find out. We are going to find out. I did put out a free play on the side of this game last night. I do have a play on the total on this game, but it is a premium play. And if you want that, if you want our premium plays, I will give you our premium plays. Matter of fact, I'll give you all 5 premium plays today. Football, basketball, the whole works. All you have to do is go to our website, cappersdirect.com, in the upper right-hand corner. Click the donate button. Today is donation day where we raise money for charity and we give you our premium plays in return. So not only are we going to raise money for an amazing organization like Outdoor for Vets, help putting veterans in the outdoors, but we're also going to put money in your pocket while doing so. You have to make a minimum donation of $15 or more. That's it. $15 is the minimum, but there's no max. So if you want to be generous and donate $100, $25, $1,500, $15,000, whatever the case may be, donate. You'll get today's premium plays on the house. And as always, it doesn't matter if you're a paying member, you get a free package from us, or the donation day. We treat you all the same. If you are on board, we take care of you and make sure that you're profitable. So today's games, rest assured, I can't predict what's going to happen. I honestly think that we put out some really high-quality games today. But at the end of the day, we're going to rely on some professional athletes and some college kids to go out and do the job. And if what's supposed to happen on paper happens in real life, we win. If it doesn't, we lose. But if for some reason the games don't pan out and don't go good, we will take care of you. You'll get tomorrow's free on the house, etc., 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 until we make it money. But I'll promise you this much. We're making money tonight. Last time we did the donation day, we had a nice big 5-0 for everybody. And I expect the same coming from today. Somebody just asked, Joseph, how do we donate? You go to our website. I just posted a link to it. Click that link. You go to our website, cappersdirect.com. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a blue tab. Click the donate button. We used to do it to where you went to their website. That when we did it with the Navy SEAL Foundation, it was such a pain in the ass that the Navy SEAL Foundation asked if we would switch it up and take the donations on our website and cut one check rather than there be 150 to 250 little donations. So we changed it up at their request, and it ended up working much better, because what used to happen is you used to have to forward me a copy of your receipt or a screenshot, and I would have to manually go in and update each one of them. Now there's too many of them. I couldn't do it. It used to literally, I used to start at 3 o'clock in the morning and go until the games went off and activate everybody's accounts, and I would still run out of time. Now you do it on our website, money goes straight to them, and it's instant access. Instant access to the play. I mean, super easy. So just click on the green button in the upper right-hand corner that says donate, and then there'll be a box for you to put in your donation, how much you want. The minimum is $15. That'll allow you to do. Abraham, thanks for jumping on board my game of the year as well. Mike, thanks for your generous donation. Actually, everybody. Michael, Thomas, and Lemzo, Paul, Mario, Jose, Mr. Scott, as well, Javier, Mr. Terrell, everybody that has also donated as well. I know we're over 100, and every dollar that's donated, I'm matching dollar for dollar. So for every dollar that you guys donate, I'm going to match dollar for dollar. So if you donate 15, I'm going to add an extra 15 to it. And it don't matter if it's we raise 1,000 or we raise 30,000, whatever the case may be. I will double it personally. And I also got the company, all proceeds from any sales today, the company's going to donate it as well. Eduardo Diaz, do you need to be a member to donate? You need to be a member on our website to donate, but being a member is free. It doesn't cost anything to be a member. Signing up on our website is free. But signing up on our website is free. I'm trying to take a look to see how many we're at. I think we're doing good. We're definitely on track. My goal was to have 3,000 to 5,000 in donations come in. That way I can double that. And then they get a nice little boost from us. Trying to see if I can find it real quick. And then we're going to jump into the games because we've got some good stuff to break down today, and I want to spend some quality time on some college hoops games today if we can. And don't forget, so like if you guys go and buy the bowl package today, the company's taking all the proceeds and donating. Every dollar in every sale is being donated. So if you buy my game of the year for tomorrow and you buy it today, it's being donated. If you buy the bowl package today, it's being donated. All of that stuff. There's a link to it again. Marvin, game of the week or game of the year? My game of the week will not be posted until later in the week. My personal college football, game of the year will be posted not much after the live show. Joe Free, can we please finish the Wolfpack game first, please? Nope, we can't. We go all off topic here. That's the best part about the show. We'll go from here to there, everywhere, and then eventually we'll get right back to it. I don't even have my live odds popped up yet. So that's the best thing about our show is we'll be everywhere. And then we'll eventually come right back to what we were talking about. That's the fun part. It's the part that I enjoy the most. Telling people no. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't like telling people no. Anthony, Shane, Kong, Jason, thank you for your donations as well. Kong, glad to see you back with us, brother. I know it's been a while. Nathan says the barbershop talk. I like it. Matter of fact, Kong, it's been exactly 1 year. Marvin, the game of the year. Give me about an hour or less after the live show. An hour after the live show, it'll be posted, and then I'll be emailing out, letting everybody know. Matt says, love this show. Thanks for all the tips, Kyle. Much appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate that, Matt. If you guys are new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you do not miss a beat on anything that we do. I know you know, Joe. But don't worry, we'll get there, I promise. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Edward says, if we get 500 likes today, we get the free game of the century, free pick. Let's go, gang. Guaranteed to win, or the rest of the 2020 is free. That goes for all free plays. Exactly. Justin, you're incorrect. But thanks for stopping by, being a douchebag. Says, okay, so no actual sports talk here, just a money grab, a donation that pays you back. Donation doesn't go to me, asshole. I promise you I probably end up making writing a bigger check for donations from my side of it than you probably bringing in a whole month there, Justin. But again, I don't make a penny off of it. Matter of fact, the company doesn't even make a penny off of it. And we actually pay all the credit card processing fees too. So we actually lose money when we do donation days. But hey, it is great for business to do donation days. Gets a lot of new people to our website. Helps out a lot of our viewers. But hey, thanks for being a douchebag. We greatly appreciate it. Just shows how naive you are. Absolutely, Justin. Thank you, Edward, for taking out the trash. Probably, from a live show. That's for sure. Probably from somebody else's live show, that's for sure. Justin says, just got the barber pole where the sun don't shine. Absolutely, Kong. I know they actually have some promotional material coming out, and I'm hoping to be able to go pick it up from them later today. But what they do, and this is why I'm excited, like we've always worked, and I know, Kong, when you were with us before, when we did it with the Navy SEAL Foundation, which was, me being a former Navy sailor, picking a foundation like the Navy SEAL Foundation to do work with was absolutely awesome. Outdoor for Vets. And we're going to be doing something for the Navy SEAL Foundation. I believe next month we're scheduled to do it with the Navy SEAL Foundation again. We want to start adding in a few more veteran organizations. But what Outdoor for Vets does, which I absolutely love, is, because, you guys know I'm an outdoorsman. I hunt, I fish, I camp, I four-wheel, I wake surf. I used to surf as a kid in the ocean. Anything outdoors, I love doing. Anything with water, count me in. And what Outdoor for Vets does is they help put our wounded veterans that come back out in the outdoors. So anywhere from off-roading on quads, hunting, fishing trips. I know they had a snowboarding adventure last year. They have a four-wheeling adventure with not just Jeeps, but four-wheeling adventure later on in 2021, early 2021, which I believe, I know it was actually supposed to take place in November of this last year, but they postponed it due to COVID and all of that stuff. Because it's an organized event, they can't have more than X amount of people in an organized event. So I think it's scheduled again for April, or I have to go back and check, April or May, but I'm hoping that I'll actually be able to actually participate in it. But it's a four-wheeling event, which I do already for a couple other local charities in my neck of the woods every time they do one. Anywhere, if it's fishing, because I've got my fishing boat, or if it's anything off-road, I love to participate in it. But they actually have one, and we'll do a lot of live stuff with them when they actually have that event. So basically, in a nutshell, anything outdoor related, they put our wounded veterans out in those activities, and it's for an amazing cause. But yeah, I'll get you some promotional material and all of that as well. And everybody that donates, we don't just send a check. Your name and all of that is sent over, just kind of like with the Navy SEAL Foundation, where they were sending thank you cards. I don't know if they send thank you cards or not. We've only done it twice for them. But they know who all the donations come from, that's for sure. Chris, thank you for finding us. It's a great channel. Just found this channel last week. By far my favorite YouTube channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's great to see people that have been with us off and on over the years, like Kong, who hasn't been with us for a while, come back. Glad to have you back. Now, here's what I want to know. We don't have a lot of people in here. Only 141. I'd have to say not even half of you have posted. If you are on the live show here on YouTube and you haven't commented or you're new to our channel, the one thing that we are is we're probably the most friendliest live chat that there is in the sports betting YouTube live shows. We will always remain that way. We don't put up with the drama. We don't put up with the name calling of each other, the fighting. I like the Bengals. I like the Steelers. You effing suck. Screw this, screw that. So one thing we don't put up with. The disrespect, not just towards me, but towards you guys as well. Now, if you come in here and you're just a douchebag, I might light you up, and that's a whole different story. But if you're new to our live chat, post in the comment section. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. All right? Come say hello. Do what Matt just did. Let us know that you're new. You found the channel. You're here tuning in. Come join us. T-Sep says, I got a few in, working and listening, and I suspect many are doing the same. I definitely agree. Uno Family says, Kyle, check your Twitter. I will. I'll check my Twitter as soon as I get off the live show. Oh, there you go. There you go. Cincinnati moneyline ticket. Okay. I like it. $5 at plus 750. Wins 37.50. Very nice. Very nice. I'll see if I can screen grab that and throw it up there. Oops, I just sent it to my iPad for some reason. Oh, because I have the Wi-Fi off. I will show it off, though. I do see it, Uno Family. Very nice. Congrats on that one. Michael, we're going to jump right back into the Tulane game. We'll do that breakdown right now. Steven says, I'm at work with my 2-year-old and still locked in. Very nice. Very nice. Locking Cap Nation in. Dr. Franco, no. But shortly they should be. My name, Corey, says this is actually a great chat. I enjoy getting to shoot the shit with all y'all every day. And, you know, that's the fun thing. That's the chat is what I like. Games, some of us have to lurk. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you there. All right, so going to jump right back into the breakdowns. Right back into the breakdowns. And let's have some fun. Alonzo. My brother south of the border. My brother south of the border, thanks for participating as well. Love to see it when our international clients and our international friends participate as well. Eduardo, thank you for your generous donation as well. Justice, do I know if YouTube fixed their problems? When we did a members only live show over the weekend, and YouTube's live show, their live chat was not working for us. So that part sucked. Do I know if they fixed it? I don't know. They don't reply back. Their live shows for members only live chat are in beta version. They've been there for over a year now. I know they know of the problem, so I would imagine, as tech savvy as they are, they've got that shit fixed. Irene Ruiz says, keeps me from commenting, but thanks for all that you do. Thank you, I appreciate that. I love to see all the familiar names and faces that are here. Jessica E., any free picks or leans in college basketball today? Absolutely, they're coming. We just got to somehow get out of the barbershop and right back into school. Cliff Yang says, not all my friends are degenerate gamblers like me. I need to come on and find like minds. Exactly. All right, so but Justice, we're gonna find out if YouTube fixed their shit here in a little bit. I'm hoping that we're gonna do a members only live show tomorrow, as well as our normal Cappers Nation live show. So there'll be a members only live show tomorrow as well. Nathan says, in class, Professor Kyle, right? I like to consider myself a barista. Speaking of that, my latte is about empty. Michael wants to know any thoughts on BYU and the over. That'll be the next game that we break down after we finish, and we got to get back to it. We got to get back to the Tulane and Nevada game. Just as that damn company makes so much money, they need to fix it. They can make a 9-year-old a millionaire, but can't fix a live chat. 100% agree with you. So I anticipate it to be fixed. Simon, premium plays are out, correct? Premium plays are out. Accounting is not in the office yet, so if you're waiting for your account to be reactivated, that hasn't happened yet, but it will be happening soon, as accounting is not in the office as of yet. Johnny K says, oh, that sucks for me. Members only. I'm on the outside again. It doesn't suck for you. We'll still have Cappers Nation live. The daily live shows continue 7 days a week, but we do have those exclusive live shows for members only. And what does it cost? $9.99 a month to be a YouTube exclusive member. Hell, I think YouTube takes 40% of that anyways. But you can have access to one members only live show and chat a week for $9.99 a month, or two for $14.99, plus all the other content that they put out, or that we're going to put out in the members only area. It's a fun little community where zero drama, zero anything really. All right, so back to this game. First of all, taking a look at the line on this one, and I'm going to hit the refresh button because we've been off topic for another 25 minutes. Johnny K, so you're working twice as much now? No, I still work the same. I still work from like 3 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the morning, it seems. But no, we're just adding a couple extra live shows, and they're not 3-hour live shows. They're straight to the point. The barbershop is here. They're a whole different theme and a whole different feel of a live show than Cappers Nation Live, where we shoot the shit with, 100, 150 people or more every day. The members only live shows, we get straight to the point, break down a couple games, hope to find a couple avenues, we bet them, and we move on. Whereas here, we can talk about air fryers for 2 hours. All right, so line on this one. And boy, has this moved. Boy, has this moved. And I'm afraid if you missed the boat, you might have missed the boat on this one. We definitely are beating the closing line on this one, folks. The difference between what some people on Twitter want to call a sharp and a square, the real definition of a sharp is somebody that beats the closing line consistently. and gives themselves an opportunity to win. We did just that. Last night, we took Nevada +3, minus $1.15. The line is now a pick'em minus 103 for Nevada. Money is pouring in on Nevada. I'm glad to say we got them at +3. Hot diggity dog, we got them at +3. How about that one? The line is now a pick. If you missed the boat, you missed the boat on that one. Somebody asked earlier, the line was at -1.5. Did I like it at 1.5? No, I liked it at 3. I think this one will be somewhat of a close game. I think Nevada is a live dog to win when they were +3. I also really feel that Tulane and Nevada keep it a very competitive game that we're going to experience today. And when we start taking a look at the numbers, which is what we're going to be doing right now, give you guys a full breakdown. And there's one avenue of the game, actually 2 avenues, but it all relates to one certain side where I think there'll be a big shining difference. And that's going to be in the air attack by Nevada, passing the ball through the air, and the very weak secondary of Tulane, how they've been getting torched all year long by the passing game of opposing teams. Tulane 7-2 against the spread versus non-conference opponents, including 2 bowl game wins. Taking a look at what they've done recently, obviously Nevada, in their second half meltdown against San Jose State, if you guys remember correctly, they had that big meltdown, and boy did that suck for them. They had a nice big lead at the half, shutting down San Jose State, who came back, battled through adversity, and got the job done. Now, they ended up losing that game 30-20. But when you go over what they've done to be in the bowl game, they had a win over Fresno State. They lost to Hawaii by 3. They beat San Diego State. They beat New Mexico, Utah State, UNLV, and Wyoming to start the year out 5-0. And then you got Tulane traveling up to Idaho. They started out the year with a win over South Alabama by 3. They ended up losing by 3 to the Navy Midshipmen. Ooh, that's a tough loss to take. They ended up beating Southern Miss. Sorry, Slippy, but they smashed them 66-24. Then they dropped 3 straight, losing to Houston, SMU, and UCF, who beat them 51-34. They rattled off 3 straight victories and 4 out of their last 5 games to end the season, beating Temple, ECU, and Army, beating Army 38-12. Then they ended up losing to Tulsa by 6, 30-24. And then they had that nice big win over Memphis to end the year, 35-21. Now, if you don't know Tulane, we've actually hammered the snot out of Tulane. Back in their game against SMU. That was a guaranteed Saturday play. We made some great money on Tulane. Michael says Tulane is a better team and will control the ball movement. Tulane got better on the defense. Is debatable. They did give up 30 to Tulsa. They played Army and ECU late. They did hold Memphis to 21, which was an accomplishment. Tulane has some defensive players that will be missing today that will be key factors in the game. So I emphasize caution on that note. Thank you, William. Glad to have you on board, Mr. Morales. But where I think the game is going to be won is where that air attack by Nevada on that very weak secondary at Tulane. I don't care how much they've improved. They've given up 281 yards a game all year long. and 8.5 passing yards on average per attempt. You don't just improve from that part. Now, Tulane, they average 35.4 points a game, primarily that running team. They're going to run. All right? They average 5 yards a carry, 219 yards a game on the ground. However, their passing game, 177 yards a game on through the air, 6.8 yards per passing attempt. When you take a look at the Wolfpack, 29.9 points a game is what they average. They average just 111 on the ground, 4.2 yards per carry. When they want to run the ball, they can definitely run the ball, all right? They can definitely run the ball. However, it's their air attack that is absolutely top-notch. 325 yards a game on average. 7.9 yards per passing attempt. We got a frozen screen. Let me get that frozen screen fixed for everybody. That's not a bad frozen screen picture right there. That free play board is empty, which means we need to put shit on it. All right? When you start taking a look at the defense of both of these teams, first of all, Tulane giving up the points, 27.2 to be specific. They give up 139 a game on the ground, 3.3 yards per carry. As somebody said, they don't miss a lot of tackles. Tulane is a very efficient tackling team, that is for sure. However, it's their secondary that gets them in trouble. They give up 281 yards a game in the air, 8.5 yards per passing attempt. The one thing that I do like about Tulane and the Green Wave, they are +8 in the turnover department. +8, that is a great number to be. All right, +8 in the turnover department. When it comes to Nevada, they give up 22.9 points per game. 131 on the ground is what they give up, 3.8 yards per carry. They give up 248 in the air at just 6.8 yards per passing attempt. They are -3 on turnovers. However, they have definitely stepped up that department the latter part of the season. Tulane definitely is a great running team, and they're going to run the ball. They average running the ball 43 times a game. Tulane, that is. Which is about what, Nevada averages passing the ball, 41 passing plays a game. Now, what we gave out last night, we gave out Nevada +3. If you miss the boat, you miss the boat. Sometimes it's time just to walk away. You can't get this anymore. All right? And I'm going to put the disclaimer up there that we bet it last night because it's in the daily free play video last night. But I'm putting it up here for reference. And I want to talk about this. Some people will chase a line, and it's not worth it. All right? Some people will chase a line. Some people will chase that Nevada game, thinking that they should just fire a pick just to have one. I don't see much value as a pick 'em. There was value at +3. I think it's going to be a close game. Frank Green, what time does that usually come out? In the evening times usually. There's no timeline. I have to take time out of my day to come back into the office. Luckily, I don't live too far away to film. And I get it. There's going to be a lot of different opinions on this one, and that's fine. People don't want to agree. That's perfectly fine. I'm not 100%. This is not a premium play, so it's not, one of the big ones. If you want one of the big ones, they are free for everybody today for making a donation. Tulane is definitely +8 in the turnover department. Justice says we need some more gosh darn likes. I do agree with you. That is for sure. I think a lot of people will be fairly impressed with Nevada. And some people won't bet the game. Some people might bet the other side. That's for sure. There's more money on Tulane. 59% of all the money against the spread is rolling in on Tulane. However, the big bets are pushing the line down. That's why it went from plus 3.5 all the way down to a pick'em, is because the small public money is rolling in on Tulane. The nice big bets that are actually moving the line are coming in on Nevada plus the points, which have it as a pick. So that I can tell you, 59% of the total coming in is on Tulane. Victor says 17-day layoff for Tulane, good or bad? I'm not a big fan of big layoffs. Definitely not a big fan of layoffs. A week, you see what happens when a team comes back after a week off. You see what happens when a team comes back after 2 weeks off. Not a big fan of it. Tulane is on a 4-1 straight up and against the spread bowl run in their last 5 bowl games. The favorites have won the last 2 Tulane bowl games straight up and against the spread. It's a pick 'em now, so how do you get the favorite out of that one? Steven, do I like the over or under for the Nevada game? Well, we have a play on the total on the over or the under, and that is part of our premium plays, which we're giving everybody for free. That makes a donation to the Outdoor for Vets. So if you want the total, you can get it on our website absolutely free, and all of our premium plays for our donation day. But it's 59% against the spread is still on Tulane. Just 41% on Nevada. But the big bets are rolling in on Nevada. All right, so next one, which we do not have a play on. Dr. Franco, send me a message. I'll take care of you after the live show. The Boca Raton Bowl, sponsored by roofclaim.com. UCF, BYU. This should be a fun one, folks. A little later on in the afternoon, this should be a fun one. You've got 6-3 UCF, who's 3-6 against the spread. 6-3 to the over, facing off against high-flying BYU, who's 10-1 straight up, who's only lost to Coastal Carolina, which was disappointing to see. 8-3 against the spread, 5-6 to the over. The public has been in love with old Zach Wilson from BYU all season long. Now, they have been absolutely dominating against the spread, except for the last 2 games and 1 game against UTSA. Their last 2 games against Coastal Carolina and San Diego State, BYU has failed to cover the spread. Joe Freed says, Kyle, my pro system rates and grades Nevada +3 as an A grade bet. Fantastic. Glad to know. BYU's last game against San Diego State, they were a 16-point favorite. They ended up winning by 14, 28-14. That game stayed under the total of 47. Matter of fact, their last 2 games have stayed under the total. Their game against Coastal Carolina, where they lost by 5, and they were laying 8.5. That game stayed way under the total of 63 as well. Now, UCF, they have not played in almost a month. Their last game was against South Florida on November 27th. They have had almost a month of practice and practice time, no play time, because they haven't played since November 27th, their last game against South Florida, which they won, in a game where we saw 104 points. It was a final score of 58-46. They won by 12. They covered the 2.5 that they were laying. when you start taking a look, and we're going to jump into the numbers, but first of all, favorites have won both games between UCF and BYU dating back to 2011. I think they played in 14 and 11, and the favorites have always won. Now, BYU in the month of December has been a disaster over the years. BYU under has been a lock for much of their last 50 games. 34-16 to the under. When facing off a team that runs the ball exceptionally well and averages over 4.7 yards per carry. When you start taking a look at the numbers, because that's where we really have to focus. Greg Engel, good morning. Johnny Case says, only way BYU loses, Zach got laid. Joe Free says, Johnny, don't say that. You saw Cincy yesterday. See, that statement only applies to the NFL. When you put a big favorite in college football against a big underdog, the favorite's going to win 99.99999% of the time. Because the talent levels are so lopsided from school to school. But when you pit two NFL teams against each other, for example, last night's game or the Sunday game with the Rams and the Jets, they all made it to a very select group in the NFL. There are a very select group of quarterbacks, not many of them in the NFL, not even if you include the practice squad players. When they make the NFL, the talent level at one team may be slightly better than the other. And there's a reason why they have that saying, any given Sunday. But in the NFL, any team can win on any given day. And any professional sport. And Chris just took the words out of my mouth. I always say this. They're in the NFL for a reason. They're in the Major League Baseball. They're in the NHL. They're in the NBA. Professional sports, different than college. Now, a 6-point line that opened up in the 3s and the 5s, depending on which book you had, that's not a big favorite. Not by any means. But there's a reason why any given Sunday only applies to professional sports and not college. Just want to put that disclaimer out there. Now, UCF, BYU, they average a combined 87.3 points per game. All right, that's what they combine. Now, UCF averages 44.3 points per game. They lead the charge. They're averaging 213 yards a game on the ground at 4.8 yards per carry. They pass the ball nearly equally as much, 45 run plays to 41 passing plays, averaging 86 offensive plays a game. This is a fast-paced team. They average 373 yards a game in the air, 9.1 yards per passing attempt. BYU, they average 43 points a game, 187 on the ground at 5.4 yards per carry. They may only average 35 passing plays to 35 run plays to 31 passing plays. However, their air attack is also second to none at 323 yards a game through the air, 10.4 yards per passing attempt. John Silver says college football play way harder than the NFL. I do agree. At times, yes. Shane wants to know, how does BYU do in these bowl games? Not good. That is true. You can take a look at BYU's bowl game record. They're 2-4 straight up, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 bowl games. Favorites are 6-1 straight up, 5-2 against the spread in BYU's last 7 bowl games. Joe Free says, please, people, don't be fooled by BYU. One thing that we don't have to do, we don't have to beg people not to be fooled by anybody, because I assure you, there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. It may be BYU, it may be UCF. That is for sure. But we're going to try and take a look at the competition to see how both of these two teams fared against other opponents or similar opponents. But when you take a look at the defenses, there's a big difference in the defense. BYU has stopped the run, and they also limit the air attack. They've done it exceptionally well all season. And you guys know I have not been a big supporter of BYU being ranked where they were. I thought they were overrated all season long. I still think they're overrated. Now, they might have one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, but when you put them up against a quality opponent like Alabama, a Clemson, hell, I'll even put them in a Pac-12 category like Oregon, UCLA, my Trojans. Those three that I just mentioned would probably be all competitive games. And both Oregon, USC, and throw in UCLA would get their asses handed to them by nearly any other Power 5 school, let alone a top Power 5 school. The big boys would crush them. J-Rock just said it. Zach Wilson, he's going to be a great quarterback when he moves on to the next level. Absolutely. And again, don't have a dollar on this game either, myself. Not yet anyways. When you take a look at the defense, let's take a look at BYU's defense. They give up just 14.6 points per game. They give up barely 2 touchdowns a game. They give up 113 yards a game on the ground, 3.3 yards per carry. They give up 196 in the air at 6.5 yards per passing attempt. And they are +6 on turnovers. But their level of competition was low. They played Navy, Troy, Louisiana Tech. They played Texas San Antonio. They did play Houston. They beat Texas State. They played Western Kentucky. They played Boise State, which was a great matchup for them, and they slaughtered them 51-17. They played North Alabama. They got beat by a Coastal Carolina team, which, again, I feel is overrated and overvalued. And they lost to Coastal Carolina, and then they beat San Diego State. Now, UCF's game, or their season, let's start with their defense. To say BYU is not good in bowl games, take those stats and throw them out the window, because I'm going to be honest with you. What BYU did in a bowl game 6 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, doesn't matter. Their loss to Memphis in the Miami Beach Bowl back in 2014, where they lost 55-48, has no bearing on today and today's game. No different than when they played in the Idaho Potato Bowl game and beat Western Michigan 2 years ago. That has no bearing on today. Chances are most of the kids, especially Zach Wilson, weren't even in college yet that are playing. Now, some of them might be. Those seniors might have been at the bowl game in 2018 against Western Michigan. So I don't hold much weight in bowl game stats. That's just a lot of fluff that people like to have, conversation piece, that people on TV need something to talk about, that other people need to try and coerce you into betting one way or another, and it sounds great. If I was back in UCF, I could tell you all day long, BYU's 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games versus a Power 5 team. Hot diggity dog, all right? Hot diggity dog. BYU just 2-4 straight up, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 bowl games. Let's fade them, folks. If I was pushing UCF, I could use that fluff from 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1 year ago. And yeah, I skipped 3 because they weren't in a bowl game 3 years ago. I could use all that to my advantage on the reason why I should tell you to take UCF. Johnny K, personal problem. But All that is, it's just fluff for somebody to talk about. To teach you. Well, not teach you, but to try and coerce you into betting one way or another. So, take that with a very small grain of salt when it comes to what a team has done in a bowl game. Because let's be honest, not one of these players was playing in that Memphis game back in 2014. Not one of them was playing in the Las Vegas bowl game there at Sam Boyd Stadium against Utah that they lost to by a touchdown. Not one. Same thing with UCF. Their bowl games and their stats date back to 2014 as well. Keep in mind, they didn't make a bowl in 15 or 17. But hey, as J-Rock said, I love the old stats with guys who aren't playing. And that's a fact. So take all that with a grain of salt. Really none. It really has no bearing. None whatsoever. And just like, I could tell you that the favorites, these two teams have faced off against each other twice, and the favorite has won both times. But let's be honest, what happened in 2014 and 2011... They don't matter. When you take a look at UCF and their defense, because we haven't taken a look at them, they give up 31.4 points per game. Granted, I feel that they had a tougher schedule against tougher opponents, but not a crazy schedule. They give up 190 yards a game on the ground, 4.2 yards per carry. And that's along the lines of ECU, Georgia Tech, Tulsa, Memphis, Tulane, Houston, Temple, Cincinnati, who they lost to, and South Florida. BYU will run on UCF. Mark my word, BYU is going to run the ball efficiently against Central Florida. BYU and their 5.4 yards per carry. They probably don't even have to have a passing play to continue to get first downs. They average 5.4 yards a carry against a defense giving up 4.2 yards per carry. Even if you averaged them out in the middle, just run the damn ball. However, that's not Zach Wilson's game. They like to air it out. And they air it out exceptionally well. The UCF defense gives up 283 in the air at 8.1 yards per passing attempt. Now, both of these teams are turnover machines as creating turnovers. UCF's plus 12 in the turnover department, plus 6 for BYU. I definitely like that. And it doesn't really favor one versus the other. But where you can start to draw comparisons, first of all, they both played Houston. All right, they both played Houston. They were both a 3-point favorite. One had a line of 62. The other had a total of 81.5. And they played them 2 weeks apart. When UCF played Houston, they beat them 44-21. Total was 81.5, and it stayed way under. Now, they covered the 3. Now, when BYU played Houston 2 weeks earlier, they were also laying 3 with a total of 62. They beat them by 17, 43-26. It also went over the total. Not by much, but it went over the total. You can draw a comparison there. Now, there's not many other comparisons unless you go to see how Houston played another team, who they played, etc., etc., unless you start breaking it down in that nature, which I have already done. Both of these two teams played Houston, very similar. I expect their games to be along the lines of what happened there. UCF has some players out. Rich says, I like the random stats they come up with in baseball. He bats .400 against left-handed pitchers born on a Tuesday during the outdoor night games following a loss, right? As far as the total goes, let's be honest, and I'm going to hit the refresh button here on the total because actually it logged me out for inactivity. But as far as the total, and this is a game, I don't have $1 on this game, not yet anyways. Not yet. But as far as the total goes, and you start taking a look at it, the total's high, 76.5 points. Let's hit the refresh and see where the money's coming in at. When you take a look at the money aspect of it, 59% on the over, 41% on the under. Game is very heavy to BYU, with 77% of the money coming in, rolling in on BYU. This will be another case in point where the books are rooting for UCF and the under. BYU laying 6. Central Florida catching 6 and a plus 200 on the money line. First quarter over 17. Central Florida's team total over 34. BYU at 40.5. First half points, BYU 20.5, Central Florida 17. As far as the total goes, the full game total, I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it. Now, I'm sure we'll probably see 100 points. We probably will. Let's be honest. We'll probably see 100 points in this game. Probably goes flying over and we miss a great overplay. My latte is now empty. I need to bring that latte and an air fryer in here because I'm hungry too. We probably see 100 points, but I'm laying off the total as of right now. All right, as of right now, I'm laying off the total. The 76.5, I do lean. If you told me to pick one direction, you put a gun to my head and you made me pick, I would take the over. We'd probably see a lot of points, but at the same time, I can see him stalling out. Now, as far as the side of the game, BYU laying 6. I have not been a BYU backer all year long. I have not been an advocate that BYU was a top-ranked team that deserved playoff contention talk or Coastal Carolina. I think they're two subpar teams that got a big ranking because other teams just didn't play and start early on or play any non-conference games. But as far as this one goes, as far as the side goes, I think it's going to be a fairly close game. I can't back BYU in this spot laying the 6. I just can't. I would love to. I'd love to be able to back their great cause and their story and what they've done to overcome even playing this year. But I think it's close. I think the total goes over. Johnny K says, don't bet against God. But If I did anything, I'd probably put BYU in a teaser. If I did anything, I'd probably put BYU in a teaser. I'd tease them down a little bit. That's all that I would do with BYU. Now, as far as another aspect of this game, there is an avenue that I do like. I think BYU, if they're going to jump, it's going to happen one of two things. Either they jump out to an early lead, or not an early lead, but an early scoring party, and we see that high 40s, 50 points in the first half, which I don't necessarily think will happen. But what I do think will happen, it's either that happens or BYU's late to the party and they pick up that scoring in the third and fourth quarter after going back in the locker room. But what I think will happen, and I think there's very good odds of it, is BYU's first half team total. Is sitting at 20.5 points. And it's minus 135. J-Rock, you're cracking me up. BYU first half team total over 20.5. 20.5, 20.5. Putting that up on the Vibe Interactive free play board right now for you guys. I'm sure I'll have to correct a lot of this. Whoa! The Vibe Interactive board almost did it completely correct. Wow. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog. Free play, BYU, first half team total. Remember, there's not going to be a whole lot of free plays here in the live show today. More leans than anything, for the sole fact that I'm giving you guys all of our access to all of our premium plays for making a donation to the Navy SEAL, or not Navy SEAL Foundation, Outdoor for Vets this time. I believe the next one is Navy SEAL Foundation. There's a link in there, and remember, there's the live interactive, Vibe Interactive free play board. And remember, if you want access to every single one of our premium plays today, and there's 5 of them, from football to basketball, we're giving everybody that makes a donation to Outdoor for Vets a minimum $15 donation. We're giving all of our premium plays absolutely free. If you're already on board for premium plays and you still want to donate, you can still donate. Now, it doesn't get you tomorrow's free plays or the next day's free plays, but your donation is definitely well received. But make a minimum donation of $15 or more. There's no max, so you can donate $15,000 if you want. You'll get today's premium plays absolutely free. We raise money for charity. We put money in your pocket. Last time we did the donation day, we went 5-0 for everybody. So it's going to be fun. Free premium plays for everybody that donates. The only way to do it, either click the link in the comment section that I post, or go to our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on the green donate button in the upper right-hand corner of the page. Make your donation. You get instant access to the plays. Plays are already posted online for everybody. Free premium plays for today. Joseph, Snell was already picked up by somebody else in the other bracket. Snell was already picked up, but I thought about it. I definitely thought about it. And it's funny, I had Snell and I dropped him. When Connor came back, I should have kept him. But I was already loaded on running backs. But yeah, I wanted to strangle Juju. You make your comment, I just got a message. I lost 132.7 to 136.8. 4.1 points is what I lost to. Which sucks because we only pay first and second. It's $1,000 buy-in and $100 per move. It's a big money fantasy. And sucks to miss out on that one. That was going to be a nice payday. Even second place was a nice payday. Corey, it's definitely going to be a great day today. Nice big sweep for Premium Play members. All right, so we're going to jump into some college hoops. For everybody and have some fun. All right, we're going to do some college basketball breakdowns for everybody. And see what type of fun that we can get into. Give me 1 second, folks, and then we're going to jump right over. One second. Was double checking something. All right. I'm going to pop up my stuff for college hoops. We're going to go over a couple college hoops games. Take a look at some avenues there. See what type of fun we can get into. Hopefully point you guys and gals in the right direction as far as some of these games. Now, we have a nice college basketball slate today for Premium Play members. I think we got some real quality games that are going to be nice big wins. Give me 1 second, folks. Just popping some stuff up here. And then we're going to jump into the game day breakdowns. And I'll try and go through them quick. That way we can try and get as many as we can done. Matt says your fantasy league is $500 a man and $10 a move. My favorite league with great friends. Mine's with a group of my old fishing buddies. Which makes it great. I know each and every single one of them personally, so it's, playing with people that makes it, in my opinion, makes it a hell of a lot more fun. Carlos, Jared, Kevin, Jason, Adrian, Jimmy, Keith, Mario, Mr. Bass, Ray, the last handful that have signed up for the donation day. Thank you for making your generous donation as well. All the new signups as well, welcome to the website. Key tip of advice, if you are using a cell phone on our website, make sure you turn it sideways. And when you're on the website trying to access it, go from package to package. Make sure you turn your phone sideways. Scroll down, look for the small little box. With 4 windows in it, and then you can scroll down. Alrighty, let's see here. Jumping into college hoops. And we don't do the donation day very often. Honestly, I think we did it 7 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago. They need to do it every 3 to 5 weeks, in my opinion. Shane says a 5-minute clock for breakdowns. I'm a little longer winded than that today. Although I could use another latte, that's for sure. Could use another latte, that's for sure. All right. Popping up college hoops. Logging into my system. We are going to take a look. We're going to bounce around, no particular order. We're going to bounce around at some games. Question, any of the early games that you guys would prefer me to start with? I have no problem. We don't have any early basketball games. So if you'd like me to break down any of the early games, let me know. Northern Arizona, Denver, Hofstra, Richmond, Ball State and Western Michigan, Ohio, Akron, George Washington, Charlotte. A lot of good early games. Post up in the comment section if you guys would like me to break down one of those. I have no problem starting on some early games if there's something that you guys would like to see. Rich says, have a latte, but don't be late. Brian Gonzalez says, perfect time to finally sign up with you, Kyle. Let's pound these books today so I can purchase a combo package for this weekend. Sounds like a plan. Remember, if you purchase the combo package, which is the week of premium plays, week of my personal plays, guaranteed Saturday, the next UFC Max Fight Pick, which will be next year, as well as the big Sunday NFL play. You get all of that for $300, but if you buy the combo package and you buy it today or tomorrow, you're getting my game of the year tomorrow free. Eliezer, if I ever come to New York City, come see you, make me the best lot. You'll probably be able to do a little leaf for me too. I'm not that good. Mine just makes a gorilla face with the foaming up and 2 little eyeballs. But I definitely will. Definitely will. Hopefully one day when this coronavirus shit calms down, we'll be able to make a New York trip. Matt says, break down whatever you think is best for our buck. I definitely will, but I like taking requests as well because a lot of times you guys are leaning one direction. That's a lot of what the breakdowns are for, is to help point you guys in the right direction on games that you guys might have questions about. Bradley versus Missouri. Okay. Howard, St. Mary's, Hofstra. Let's see here. Mr. Carter, Nathan, thank you for your donation as well. We will start with the Hofstra and Richmond game. That game goes down in an hour and 36 minutes. We'll take a look at Hofstra and Richmond. Joe Jet says, William and Mary has made me money in the past, plus 22 on Virginia. Somebody pays close attention. I do like betting William and Mary. They have made us some good money. As far as that game goes today, catching 22 against Virginia, who has had a hard time covering big spreads so far this year and the big layoff due to COVID. That's a stay away from me. It's a straight stay away from me. Virginia might have had time to correct their issues and poor shooting and lack of defense that they've been known for, that lockdown defense. So the Virginia game is more of a watch it and see what happens type of game. So trust me, I was all over taking a look at that one, and I ended up passing on that one. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. Nathan says the Richmond Spiders should spank Hofstra. We're going to take a look at this one. If you're looking for the game number or the line on it, it's game 617 and 618. Hofstra catching 12.5. Richmond, you can get laying 12 minus $1.13, believe it or not. Minus 1,000 on the money line. Manuel has got drunk last night and just waking up. Lucky you. Over and under 148.5. Big total on this one. Big total on this one. And here we go. 2 p.m. Eastern time game. First off, taking a look at Hofstra. 3-3 on the year. Coming off their 77-69 loss to St. Bonaventure. Before that, they had wins over Monmouth and Stony Brook. They lost to Iona 82-74. They beat Fairline Dickerson 73-58, and they had that loss in the beginning of the year on the road against Rutgers. When playing on the road this year, they are just 1-2. Here they are traveling for a game at the Robins Center there in Richmond. Richmond 6-1 for the Spiders. Chris Mooney and his program, you guys know, we made some great money. People that have actually followed for more than at least basketball last year know we've made a lot of money betting on Richmond. They are always a stable when it comes to what we look at. We don't always take them as of now, but they definitely, when they pop up on game day, we're paying attention. So on Wednesday the 30th, when they're playing Davidson, we're definitely taking a look at that line. But that'll be a close game. That'll be a 1-2 point game right there, in my opinion. All right, so Richmond started out the year 4-0. They beat Morehead State 82-64 in a beatdown. They beat Kentucky by 12, 76-64. They beat Wofford by 5, 77-72. They beat Northern Iowa 78-68. Then they ran into West Virginia, and they lost by 16 in a beatdown. They came back, they played Vanderbilt, beat them 78-67, and they just played Loyola Chicago and beat them by 2. They are 6-1 so far. They are at home for today's game, where they've only played twice so far this year, and they beat Wofford and Northern Iowa, all at home. Their other games, they've played 2 neutral site games, and they've played 3 on the road. Their one loss to West Virginia was on the road in West Virginia. This is going to be a good game for them. It's definitely a good matchup. When you start comparing numbers side by side, offense and defense, let's be honest. Hofstra's a poor shooting team. All right? They average 47.7% from the field. They average 29.1% shooting from out deep. They convert just 51% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. However, they do knock down their free throws 71.3% of the time. When you take a look at Richmond and what they do, they hit 55.3% from the field. The one avenue on offense where they lack, besides their 69% free throw shooting capabilities, is their offensive rebounds. Richmond sucks on the offensive glass. 19.8% of all the rebounds are offensive rebounds, which has them near bottom of the pack in Division I. Now, they do hit 34% of all their three-point plays. They convert 57.5% of all their two-point plays. Every jump shot, layup, and dunk. And as I said, a 69.6. We'll give them that 0.6, so you could round up and say 70% free throw shooting team. Now, both teams participate in the two-foul participation protocol. However, it's not much. 9% for Richmond, 13% for Hofstra. Not enough to have a deciding factor one way or another. Height advantage. Believe it or not, Hofstra is the taller team. Not by much, by a little over a half a point. They both go to the bench for nearly 20% of their total minutes. 24.8 to be specific for Hofstra. They go to the bench for player personnel. We'll be getting playing time from the bench for 17.7% of the playing time by players coming from the bench for Richmond. Now, point distribution. Hofstra relies on that three ball for over 31% of their total points. And let me tell you, they suck dropping down threes. All right, they're going to be going up against a Richmond defense that is pretty tough on defense. They're holding teams to 29.7% shooting from out deep, holding teams to 53.6% conversion of two-point plays. And overall, teams are only shooting 50.2% against Richmond. Now, that Hofstra defense, let's just say they do a couple things on defense correct. And one of them is holding teams to 46% shooting of the two-point plays. That's a low number. When it comes to defense, not an extreme low number, not a complete lockdown defense down low or anything like that. But they've done it exceptionally well so far in their season. However, Richmond covering the spread today, in my opinion, is a good one. Now, they are laying 12, minus $1.13. I don't think this is a 20-point blowout. I don't. I think Hofstra keeps it close. Dr. Franco, right? I don't think this is going to be a massive Richmond blowout. I think they win, but I think they keep it close. Not enough for me to want to bet them today. I do lean towards Richmond laying the 12. But I think they only win by 13 or 14 points. Our system has them as a 13-point winner. Myself, when I broke down the game, I had seen them winning anywhere from 13 to 14. Ryan Cole, so BYU is going to lose, huh? Well, I didn't say that one. The latte is empty. I definitely need a new one. So as far as the total goes on this one, as far as the total goes on this game, I can see the total going over. I do lean towards the over 148.5, but I don't think it goes over by much. All right? I don't think it goes over by much. Very little. I do like the Spiders in this situation, but I think that line is a tad bit high. Now, if it was 10, I'd be all over it. 12, more of a lean. But for an early game, I do like it. But as of right now, it's just a lean for myself. As of right now, it's just a lean for myself. Hofstra's a covering machine, as Edward said, and I think they keep it close. I think they keep it close. I think they keep it within a bucket or two. So for myself, it's a stay away. But if I had to bet it, if you made me put my money on it, it would be on Richmond laying the 12. 10, I like it. I would like it better if it was 10, but it's not. It's not, so you get what you're dealt with. Right, so bet Richmond. Richmond probably covers. They should cover. In all honesty, they should cover, but I don't see it being a 20-point blowout. I don't. All right, so next one that we're going to do, we'll take a look at another one. We'll take a look at that Ohio and Akron game. That'll be next up on the list. That is another early game for you guys, 2 p.m. Eastern time game. This one, Nathan says these damn line makers make it exactly right. I honestly think they have it right in the Ohio and Akron game. And the only reason I'm talking about this one is because I've seen comments in the live section talking about this one. Taking a look. Where'd the line go on this one? It was 1 at 1.5. There we go. Game 607 and 608. Ohio laying 1.5, minus 125 on the money line. Holy moly, good luck to you as well. I love it about the line makers making it exactly as close as possible. This one is 1.5 point separation for the line. Shane, you watch me for about 20 hours a week? Well, thank you. Total on this one set at 147. When you take a look at Ohio, first of all, Jeff Bowles and the Bobcats, they're 4-2 on the year. Chuck Fu, is it safe to assume your Sunday record is 10-5? Yep, Sunday record is 10-5. Not unless another Sunday has come and gone since last Sunday that I know about. We've only had 15 NFL Sunday plays so far this year. Anyways, the Bobcats opened up the year with a 23-point victory over Chicago State. They beat North Carolina A&T. They ran into the Fighting Illini and lost by 2. They beat Cleveland State. They put a smackdown on Purdue Northwest. They ended up dropping a 14-point loss to Marshall, which was a very, very, very big shock. When you take a look at the Zips, guys, John Gross and the Akron Zips, they're 2-1. They beat Cedarville and Malone, both 2 non-rated games, and they lost to St. Bonnie by 7. All right? When you take a look at both of these programs and you compare their offensive numbers and defensive numbers side by side, first of all, offensive advantage, Ohio. Defensive advantage, Ohio. But not by much. Not by much. Edward says, LOL sounds trollish. Generally is. From that direction, if you know what I mean. Generally is. And in 1 second. All right. So back to this one. He's all good, Edward. It's just way it comes across, I guess. But out of random. Good morning to you too, Chuck. Thanks for tuning in with us. In the off-the-wall comment. All right, so obviously Ohio is the better team. They shoot the ball better. They handle the defensive side of things better as well. And we're going to go over all of that. 2 foul participation favors Akron. We're going to go over all this, and we're going to do it quickly. All right? First of all, Ohio, from the field, they have the 15th best percentage in Division I, 57.4% shooting from the field. The 30th best three-point shooting team in the nation, 38.9% shooting. However, on stats, on paper, and I want to put a full disclaimer out there, paper is not always accurate. The Akron Zips on defense are the number one three-point defending team in the country. I know, sounds crazy. They are holding teams to 7.1% shooting from out deep. They're holding teams to 7% shooting from three-point range. Now keep in mind, they've only played Cedarville, non-rated game. They played Malone, non-rated game. And they played St. Bonnie, who shot 7% from out deep. They did. They were 1 of 14 from out deep. But St. Bonaventure sucks. When you take a look at the Cedarville and the Malone game, Cedarville shot 21% from out deep. They went 4 of 19. Not bad for a non-rated game. Malone was able to shoot 29.6%, but none of those stats get rated. So the only stats that get rated for Akron are from their one game against St. Bonaventure. The fact that Malone shot 29% from out deep and 21% for Cedarville shows you that these stats are not always accurate when it comes to what we really need to know. So full disclaimer in that note. So if you see that stat and you see somebody telling you that, skip right over it. It doesn't really matter. All right? Ohio averaging 56.7% shooting of all their two-point plays, converting all their jump shots, layups, and dunks. They are a poor free throw shooting team, hitting just 64%. That part sucks. Now, Akron's free throw shooting has been top-notch. They're averaging just 45% from the field, converting just 18.8% of their three-point attempts in the game that was rated, their one game, and 64.3% of all their two-point plays in one game. And after one rated game, they are the number one free throw shooting team in the country at 95.2%. But that's only because they're taking stats from one game out of their three. And they went 20 of 21 from the free throw line. However, that's a quality number. All right, Akron and free throws are generally a good thing. Last year as a whole, they went 76.9% shooting from the charity stripe. In the 2019 season, they hit 71%. Free throws every year have gone up and been consistently going up. Ant Rod, no, I did not look at the NBA yet. I don't know if I'm going to have time to. I hope that I do. As far as this one goes, two-foul participation definitely favors Akron, where Ohio is in it 32.2% of the time, 11% for Akron. Both go to the bench for nearly 30% of their total minutes. Height advantage, Ohio averages 32% of their total points all come from out deep, where Akron only relies on the three ball for 24%. But Akron's stats are not accurate because it's only based off of one rated game out of the three games that they played. So as far as that goes, I do lean towards Ohio. However, I think it's going to be a close game. You have an option. You can lay 1.5 minus $1.13, or you can lay 12 cents more and just take them on the money line. So myself personally, I would just take them on the money line. If I was going to do anything with Ohio, I'd take them on the money line, lay the $1.25. As far as the total being 147, I'd skip it completely. Thomas G asked, can I please show the board? Absolutely. You said please. And remember, the Nevada +3, we bet that last night in the daily free play video. All right, we gave that out last night in the daily free play video. So if you missed the boat on Nevada, sometimes it's better just to miss the boat and live to fight another day. And don't stress about it. So if you missed it, you missed it. No big deal there. Now, the other one that's up on the board, I really do like. And let me tell you, today's going to be a fun day. So for everybody tuning in, first of all, if you are new to our YouTube channel, we go live 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, we go live. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. Monday through Friday, we go live at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. Saturday and Sundays, we go live an hour earlier at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are new to our YouTube channel, we put out daily free play content 7 days a week and daily free play videos, as well as the live show. So hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop content, be it a live show like this or daily free play video. You will get notified. In 1 second, folks. So hit that subscribe button. And then when you're done with that, right next to the subscribe button, you'll notice there's a tab that says join. You can join the Cappers Nation YouTube members only community, where we have members only live shows, which we'll be having one tomorrow, as well as Cap Nation live, the normal live show. We're going to have a second additional live show that is available to members only, as well as members only free play videos and content and breakdowns and all of that good stuff that is available only to YouTube members at a stupid, ridiculously low price of starting at $9.99 a month and then $14.99. And if you've never tried us today, for starters, now and today is an amazing time to start and try us. We're doing what's called a donation day. We do this every month and a half to 2 months, sometimes longer, where we raise money for charity, generally a charity that benefits veterans. This time happens to be Outdoor for Vets, who we've worked hand in hand with before, as well as the Navy SEAL Foundation. For every dollar we donate, I'm first of all, I'm matching personally dollar for dollar. So if we raise $3K, I'll donate another $3K out of my money. But you make a minimum donation of $15 or more, and we give you our premium plays for today absolutely free. On the house, courtesy of us. One way to do it, that way you get instant access. You go to our website, cappersdirect.com. Obviously, when the show's done, or you can do it now, it doesn't matter. Go to the website, cappersdirect.com, click on the green donate tab at the top of the page, scroll down, put in your information, make a minimum donation of $15 with no max. You can donate as much as you want. And then you get access to our premium plays. Or click the link that I just posted. But yes, Ohio did not make the board, not a free play. More of a strong lean than anything. More of a strong lean than anything. Thomas G backing up the Cap Nation live Brinks truck, because we're going to be getting the money today. That is for sure. So not only do we raise money for a great charity that puts veterans, wounded veterans out in the outdoors, but we're also going to put money in your guys' pocket as well. That's the cool thing about it. All right, so time for another breakdown. We got time for another breakdown before I got to get off the live show. We've been live for a little while already. And again, we'll be live again tomorrow. If you appreciate all the hard work that we do to give the breakdowns, the free plays, the this, the that, do us a favor, give us a big thumbs up in the video. We certainly appreciate it when you do. We definitely appreciate it when you do. Thomas, no, the lean on the Richmond Hofstra game was I lean towards Richmond laying the 12, but I think it's going to be a close game. So for me personally, I stay away. As far as the over in the Richmond and Hofstra game, I lean towards the over. But again, I think it's going to be decided by a bucket or two in either direction. So myself personally, I stayed off of it. And again, if you donate, you log back in, you get the plays online. All of our plays for premium plays are always on our website. And again, remember tomorrow, Ernie, you're welcome. Tomorrow is my college basketball, college football game of the year. It's my personal play game of the year. And that goes down tomorrow. It is a bowl game. Our official bowl package starts on Thursday as well. Edward says, LO, my opinion was Hofstra backdoors, but I like Kyle, didn't bet it. I think Hofstra is very capable of backdooring it. I think they're very capable of backdooring it. That's why I steered clear to that game. I don't think it's a 20-point blowout. Hofstra's been known to slip in that back door and cause some havoc. So, right, Edward? All right, so we'll take a look at another one for you guys. We'll take a look at a later game. I will give you guys the choice. Do you guys want me to break down the Purdue and Iowa game? Or do you want me to break down the North Carolina NC State game? Do you want the NCs or do you want the Purdue and Iowa game? Alex, probably about an hour after I get off the live show. I can't have the phone call while I'm live, so I need about an hour after the live show. And then it'll be posted. But it's ready. It's ready to rock and roll. Let me tell you, I just want to confirm one last thing. It's like my little effort, little last-ditch effort to make sure that everything's solid. I love when I give you guys the choice because we end up usually 50-50. And making half of you happy and the other half not happy. So while it's not 50-50, I'm going to say we're going to do the Iowa and Purdue game because this should be a good one. We'll do the Iowa and Purdue game. Break down that one. UNC for my boys. So let me pop this one up. This should be a fun one. Where's my brother Jeff? Where are you, Jeff? Nice sideburn photo shot. I've been growing out my hair, but I think it's time to shave it again. I debated growing it out. And not going to deal with that. There's too much gray up there. I'm balding in the back, so it's getting zipped. That and it is time for a beard trim. The beard's getting a little crazy. Little crazy. All right, folks, today we get the 6-2 Boilermakers against the 6-1 Hawkeyes. Fran McCaffrey and his program at home against Purdue today. This game will go down at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Popping up the info for this one. Shane says Iowa by 15. Thomas G says grow a mullet. I don't think my wife or my little one will allow me to do that. That's for sure. Game 679 and 680 for your reference if you're looking for the game number. Iowa laying 6.5. Purdue catching 6.5 on the road against a very tough 6-1 Iowa Hawkeyes team. Total set over and under 154. First, take a look at the Boilermakers out of West Lafayette, Indiana. Matt Painter and his Big Ten Conference program. They're 1-0 in conference play, where they opened up conference play on Wednesday of last week on the 16th, where they ended up beating Ohio State 67-60. Conference play game number 2. They're 6-2 on the year. Hold on. If you're on my personal plays, I don't have anything early, and we're still live. Johnny K says he's 50-50 on allowing backdoor entry. That's too much information, but thank you for sharing all of that info for us. Purdue, they beat Liberty. They beat Oakland. They beat my Valpo, who made us a lot of money, who I've stopped betting, by the way. Indiana State, Ohio State, and Notre Dame. They just beat Notre Dame on a neutral site game, 88-78. They've got losses to Miami, losing by 4, and they've got an 11-point loss to Clemson, losing 81-70. Now, when you take a look at Iowa, don't worry, Johnny K, I'm just cracking the jokes at you. Just cracking the jokes at you. I love you, brother. You left that one. You left that door wide. You left that door wide open. Wide open. Johnny K says that came out wrong. Hey, Johnny K, just keep fading yourself, right? Are you still on the fade program, or have you started betting on yourself yet? Iowa, 6-1 for Fred McCaffrey and his Hawkeyes. This will be their first conference play game. They're coming off a neutral site loss where they lost by 11 to Gonzaga on Saturday, the 19th. They lost 99-88. They've got wins over North Carolina Central, beating them by 30. Southern by almost 30. Western Illinois by 41. North Carolina by 13. Iowa State by almost 20, 18. And Northern Illinois, where they beat by 53. Marlo, why not take the other side when you believe it's a 2-point game and the line is 12? Why stay off? Because a 2-point margin is a single bucket and is not even a 3-pointer that could kill a bet. I like to bet line discrepancies in games where I feel there's an advantage. And if I think the line could be decided by 2 points, that's just not enough for me to put my money on it. I've got better games out there to bet. I've got much better games out there to bet where I think the lines are off significantly. If you got the first half under 145.5, that's a killer under. Now, Iowa's been blowing out the competition. Their only real competition, I'd have to say, was 1, Gonzaga, who they lost to, and 2, North Carolina. But North Carolina has been having a tough time as well. Now, they beat North Carolina. They beat them by 13. When you take a look and you start comparing them side by side, first of all, Iowa, based on adjusted efficiencies, has the number 1 offense in Division I. You're going to see offense versus defense. Purdue's offense, no slouch. They come in at 19th in our system based on adjusted efficiencies. Iowa's defense comes in ranked 78th in our system. Purdue's 35th. As far as cashing out your ticket, I don't know. Egregious errors usually don't have to be paid, but they generally pay them, especially if they're small. Just depends what book you're at. Just depends what book you're at. When you start comparing the numbers, first of all, and again, Purdue's defense, top-notch. Iowa's offense, number 1. Let's start with Purdue on offense. They're averaging 55.3% from the field. They hit 38.8% of all their three-pointers shot they make, They convert 53.3% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. They're a 71.3% free throw shooting team. Iowa converts just under 58% from the field, They convert 37.4% of all their three-point plays. Both teams are quality offensive rebounding teams. 36.7% of all rebounds for Iowa are offensive rebounds. They knock down 59.1% of all their two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. And again, 71% free throw shooting team. Free throws for both teams are decided by a difference of 1/10 of a point. Both rely on the three ball for over 30%, 32 for Iowa, 35.7% for Purdue. Both go to the bench for over 33% of their total minutes. Iowa does not play the 2-foul participation. You pick up 2 fouls in the first half, you're riding the bench. Purdue in it 29% of the time, advantage Iowa. Height advantage, almost a full inch for Purdue, believe it or not. They're definitely going to need a big game out of Luka Garza again today. They're going to definitely need a big game out of him. When you take a look at Iowa and their projected starting lineup and who will more than likely be the lineup, obviously Luka Garza, the 6'11" senior center, is going to have another quality game. And he continues to be having quality games. Dr. Franco, I don't do any of the hiring. I don't do it. Man, I keep grabbing the latte, but it's empty. I don't do any of the hiring. Ryan McGee says, Happy Tuesday, Cap Nation. Absolutely. Real quickly, off of this game, going back to the Akron and Ohio game, do I think they'll handle Akron just fine, no problem? No, that's why it's not a free play. That's not why I'm not betting it. I have a lean on Ohio on the money line, but I don't have an official play on it. A lean is something I'm just leaning towards breaking down for you guys. It means I like the game, but I don't have enough confidence in it to want to bet it. But it may help. My breakdown and my lean may help you guys pull the trigger. But again, I think you guys are emphasizing too much on leans, trying to make plays out of them. Plays are up on the board. Plays that I'm actually putting my money on are up on the board. Everything else is just a lean or a stay away recommendation. Remember, I don't bet every lean. If I bet a lean, I'm going to tell you. If I bet a lean, I'm going to tell you. When you take a look at Iowa's last game against Gonzaga, as well as North Carolina, the game where they lost by 11 to Gonzaga, Gonzaga was lights out from out deep. They shot 50%. They went 13 of 26 from out deep. George Killen, if you were going to make a 2-game parlay, which would you pick? I'd pick our premium plays that are posted online that we're giving everybody for free that makes a donation to Outdoor for Vets. That's what I would do. I'd use our best plays possible. Those are our premium plays. Gonzaga shot lights out. However, they only shot 58% from the free throw line. But everywhere else was amazing. Now, Iowa, on the other hand, they were so ice cold from out deep, you could have made and extended that rim out an extra 2 feet, and they still would have not hit 50%. They shot 18% from out deep. They went 4 of 22 from three-point range. Free throws, they lacked there. They missed 12 of them. They went 14 of 26. David N., what website do we go to for the game of the year, you go to our website, cappersdirect.com. I will post a copy of it here, so just give me 1 second. I'll post a link to it right here. Give me 1 second and I'll get a link to it for you. Oops. You go to our website, cappersdirect.com, click on, it doesn't matter which tab you click on, premium or personal, or premium or guaranteed. The package will show up on all the pages. It is tomorrow. You get instant access. It'll be posted here in a little bit, though. It's not posted yet, but it'll be posted as soon as we get off the live show. Within probably 20 minutes of being off the live show, 30 minutes at the max. And it is tomorrow, just so you guys know. $50. Special one-off game, and here's a link to it. Here's a link to it. But yeah, special one-off game. Because trust me, I can't have a make-up game of the year because there's only one. And keep in mind, I did not put out a college football game of the year last year. College basketball, NBA. Actually, I didn't do an NBA. College basketball, NFL, soccer, all that good stuff. All right, so back to Iowa and Purdue. The game against Gonzaga, Iowa was just cold. They ran into that Gonzaga defense that locked them down. Horrible shooting. Horrible shooting. I don't expect the same out of them today. When you take a look at their big win, their 13-point victory over North Carolina, they went 42.5% from out deep. They shot 17 of 40 from three-point range. They put up 40 three-point attempts, and they knocked down 17 of them for 51 points. They went 57% from the charity stripe, which is unacceptable. They went 8 of 14. They definitely need to pick up their free throw shooting, which they should have the capability to do. As far as this one goes, David, it's $50. As far as this one goes, I strong lean Iowa in this one. I strong lean Iowa laying the 6.5. And when I say strong lean, it's kind of like an FC lean in the UFC. I'm going to bet it, but I'm not going to bet it full big. You're very welcome, David. I'm going to bet it, but I'm not going to bet it big. I'm going to bet Iowa later on this evening, laying 6.5. Okay? I think they get the job done. I don't think it's going to be a 20-point rout. I don't think it's going to be a 20-point blowout. But I think that they win by enough to get the job done later on today. And cover the spread. And put that out there. As far as the total goes, over and under 154. In reality, it should go over. In reality. But you have to remember, while Iowa is a super fast playing team at 14.4 seconds on average per possession, Purdue is on the slower side at 18 seconds per possession. Iowa's going to try and get it up and down the court fast. Purdue going to try and slow them down just a tad bit. If Purdue plays into Iowa's level of pace of play, then Iowa will be right where they want to be in that up and down court battle where they win with Garza. If Iowa stays out of foul trouble, and does what they're supposed to do, Iowa should be a nice win. Now, I'm not putting it up on the board as a free official play, but I am telling you this. I am betting Iowa laying the 6.5, but I'm betting it smaller. So it's not a full play for me. It's a smaller one, but I'm definitely betting it and just betting it on the smaller side. Thomas G says, Kyle, there should be no excuse why everyone shouldn't buy your college game of the year. Everyone making money that is on the board with premium plays tonight. I agree. I love that statement. Thank you, Thomas. I think everybody should get on board my college football game of the year as well. As far as the NBA games go today, Warriors, Nets, let's be honest. How can you bet on the Warriors and the unknown? And how can you bet on the Nets and the unknown? Curry against Durant, going to be a great combo. Last time I checked, Curry and company, granted they always had Klay Thompson, but I'm pretty sure the Warriors team always advanced past Kevin Durant in the Thunder. And they had a stacked team too, if you remember. So quickly, people are so quick to forget how Steph Curry and company have owned Kevin Durant. That it took Kevin Durant joining the Warriors to finally get that NBA ring. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going out and I'm betting the Warriors or fading Kevin Durant and the Nets. They're going to be a solid team, no doubt about it. First games of the season, I may stay off of today. Myself personally, I may stay off of personally. Yep, Green's out for Golden State, absolutely. Warriors plus 7.5 on the road. A lot of players have moved around from team to team. Free agents going elsewhere, trading, etc., etc. I'm going to steer clear of that one. Now, the Clippers and the Lakers game is an interesting one. Lakers laying 3. They're both playing at home. Obviously, Lakers will be the home team for the game. Not national, but the NBA championship team, the Lakers. First game, regular season, against the Clips. Who obviously would love to spoil the Lakers and their fun tonight. As far as this one goes, I do lean towards the Lakers, but if I was going to take them, I'd probably take them on the money line, minus 155. Didn't want to get me off topic. Thank you, Justice. You could post it. I don't even know what it was. Was it a goal for the soccer game? But as far as the totals go, I'm off on the totals. As far as the games go, the NBA games go, I do lean towards the Lakers on the money line, though. The Warriors and Nets game, I'm going to sit back and watch. Lakers first half was money, if you guys remember correctly. What amazes me is just a couple months ago, the NBA needed to be in this big fancy bubble in order to have an NBA season. It was the only way to do it. It was the only way to do this, the only way to do that. If they had to all play in a bubble, they all had to live in dorm rooms, they all had to play on the same courts, they all had to do this, they all had their own eating halls. But here we are, just like 2 months later, COVID is so much worse and the numbers are so much more ramped up, but yet there's no NBA bubble. Weird, huh? In my opinion. But hey, more power to them. They gave us a bubble championship just a couple months ago. And middle of the second wave, shit's getting worse because it's wintertime. Is San Diego State a safe money line bet against St. Mary's? No, I'd say any team playing St. Mary's. St. Mary's is a quality team. Edward says, all a show? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, folks, as far as the NBA goes, the only thing that I do like in the NBA today is the Lakers. Other than that, I mean, I do like the Nets, but I'm laying off of them. I am laying off of them. The basketball play in the bubble was amazing. I loved it. I loved it. Now, we were very selective on what we did, but I definitely liked what we had and the money we were making in the NBA. Phoenix Suns a pick 'em at home against the Mavericks. Tomorrow. It's got my attention. I know Kong did not touch that game. All right, folks, I got to get off the live show. We've been on live for over 3 hours. My game of the year for college football, which will be posted here in a little bit, is tomorrow. All right, it is tomorrow. It will be posted shortly. The big college football bowl package, guys, don't forget, that actually includes my game of the year free. The bowl package is a lot of fun. It's a minimum of 14 games, but in reality, you're probably going to get close to 18 to 20 plays. We put a 64% or better win percentage on it, guarantee. If we don't go 64% or better, they're going to give you a week of premium plays as a consolation. So if you went 63.999%, you'll make money, and they'll still give you a week of premium plays free. You also get my college football game of the year included. You get our big NCAA national championship game for the college football game included, which is a $100 standalone package. You get a 3-day private soccer club package, which is supposed to be starting here shortly, as well as a Cappers Direct swag package for $249, which if you were going to buy my game of the year, take out the $50 from that. It's like buying that package for $199, smoking deal. So get all that on the website. And don't forget, today is donation day. Thank you to everybody that has been donating so far. Chad, absolutely. You can see the board one more time. The donation day. Make a donation, a generous donation on our website towards Outdoor for Vets of a minimum of 50, it should be a minimum of 50. A minimum of $15 with no max on our website. And we will give you today's all 5 premium plays absolutely free. It's going to be a great time, a great cause. Last time we did the donation day, we raised a shit ton of money for Outdoor for Vets, and we also gave you guys a nice big 5-0, and we plan to do the same thing today, so don't miss out. We raise money, and we put money in your pocket. All right, so plenty of time to get on board that. You'll get instant access to the plays. Edward says, everyone, good luck. Stay safe and blessed. Great karma for the donations. Absolutely. Brian, thank you. Everybody, thank you. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff going on. And it's going to be fun. Good luck to everybody. And remember, always wager responsibly and within your means. All right? Be safe. Bet responsibly. God bless. Good luck. We'll see you guys all live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. As Scott said, 7-ish. Edward says, members show possible tomorrow. There will be a members live show tomorrow. I'll post approximately what time it'll take place. I would imagine it will probably be based on the game schedule around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Around 2 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. More than likely, it'll be 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We can plan on that one, having a 2 p.m. Eastern Time second live show for members only, right here, exclusive on YouTube, which you can get by clicking the join button or this link right here, and it starts out at $9.99 a month, $9.99 a month, or $14.99 a month. All right, guys, good luck. And we'll see you guys all live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.